for the grand finals of the Halo Championship Series Fall Finals of 2017. We are live from DreamHack Denver, beautiful Colorado, and we have an incredible final set up for you. It's going to be Optic Gaming going up against Team Liquid. I'm Golden Boy, and joining me here for the final on the Analyst Desk is Strongside and Walshy. And just a reminder for everyone, you all got debated earlier by the timer there because Strongside really likes to give away things to the crowd.
Hey, I mean, they're here. They deserve some gifts. They deserve some giveaways and some HCS.
How about you do your job and you get here?
Hey,
how about that?
I've heard you haven't been doing your job at staying alive still.
Oh,
I will bring that up time and time again.
Still bringing
over and over and over. Walsh remembers we played a caster match earlier, and he was gunning solely for you, and I think you had, what, 22 deaths?
I think that's just because of Dave's natural disdain for me, and that's why he decided to do that. But guys, one, it's a joy to have you guys up here, obviously, and we got to talk about this game because it's going to be awesome. It will be Optic Gaming facing off against Team Liquid. Liquid coming off of a huge run. Dave, you just casted Liquid's matchup. What were some of the things you saw from this team that's insanely hot right now?
They would wait and at least allow the opposing team to make a mistake, and once they did, they would collapse and capitalize. I just noticed every single time, even in situations where they wouldn't be even in numbers, they would have a 2-on-4 situation. They would still just kind of hunker up and area together, and one player would come around the corner and they'd get a free kill. You should not be able to get kills in those situations where you're down at 2-on-4.
There you see Team Liquid as they are getting prepped up for this matchup. It's going to be Eco, Stellar, Spartan, Sub-Zero. But on the Optic Gaming side, though, I mean, do you think this is a team that's going to allow them to be able to capitalize on quote-unquote mistakes? I mean, Optic, they're not known for making mistakes.
Yeah, definitely not. But, I mean, when you hear players like from Optic Gaming talking about how good Team Liquid is and if they're playing on point, that they think that they could go all the way. But Optic Gaming, you know, we got to call out Lethal here. He wanted this exact scenario to happen. He wanted to be able to play both of these teams. He was able to defeat Splice. Now he's going for Team Liquid. All these dudes, really close friends. They've matched up actually previously in the past at a tournament in St. Louis. So Optic Gaming bested them there. Can Team Liquid take it this time with this new roster?
And also, I believe T-Square is the one who mentioned it before as well. They defeated them in the competition as well from Saturday, I believe, 3-1 Optic Gaming. So this is kind of like another rematch here that we're going to see. That being said, let's take a look at the series layout. What we have in store for us is going to be Truth Capture the Flag, Regret Slayer, Plaza, Strongholds, Coliseum, CTF. Then it will be the Rig Slayer, Eden, Strongholds, Coliseum, Slayer to close it out. Those last three, if necessary. Looking at this series, guys, I mean, it's so hard to call. Dave, who do you have?
Yeah, I mean, this one's really tough. When I look at something like Coliseum CTF, we saw that one be a really close game earlier when we saw Liquid Splice. However, end of the day, I mean, when you see Liquid get back-to-back sweeps against Envy and Splice, they have to be looking good. I mean, if you can't take down Optic after sweeping two of the other top 4 teams in the league, I don't know any other way to take down Optic for Liquid.
Good point. What about for you, Side?
You know, I think with how Optic Gaming's mindset is right now, yeah, Team Liquid is at like their peak performance right now. They've never been playing this good at a tournament. But I think Optic Gaming, after they take a game or two, it's going to slow that momentum down. But that's what they have to focus on first, is just taking that first game, because Team Liquid, they're steamrolling right now. They are a freight train.
Well, while Liquid is a freight train, I mean, Royal 2 by himself might just be a bullet train because he's, 2.27 KD? I mean, this guy, we know that he is just a straight slayer. Walshy, how do you feel the impact is going to be here for a player like Royal 2? I'm sure Liquid's going to be gunning for him in this game.
Yeah, I've teamed with plenty of people who have statted in the past, and I mean, it's important to shut down that player because generally they're feebly weak-minded, and they really struggle in certain situations like that. So, yeah, I think it's going to be really important to call them out because, truthfully, when you do have an opponent on another squad that's just going on fire, you can prioritize that player. You do want to make sure you shut them down as soon as possible and as quickly as possible. You don't want to make that your sole focus the entire game or entire match, but anytime you can shut that player down and make sure they don't get in some sort of groove or some sort of spree, it's going to help your odds.
All right, well, guys, it's time to get ready for the game. Let's get some predictions here. Strong side?
I'm going to say Optic Gaming 4-2.
Optic Gaming 4-2. Walshy, what about you?
Oh, man. Even with all the logic on the side where I'm like, oh, Liquid got back-to-back sweeps. They're going to be looking good. They're playing well. I'm still going to say Optic Gaming. I'm going to go the exact same scoreline with Strong Side, 4-2.
Okay, great minds think alike.
Yeah, you see that? He follows what I do. He's calling me out early, saying I'm a stat, and now
threw you under the bus, and now he's taking your predictions. Unbelievable. All right, guys, well, you heard it from the analysts. They think Optic Gaming are going to do it right here, right now. Scoreline 4-2. Keep in mind, though, that if Liquid were to win, we will have a reset, another best of 7. So much on the line here, $70,000. And you guys in the audience, let's make some noise and get ready for this game. Optic Gaming, Team Liquid, let's send it over to your casters.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. Elamite and T2 are going to be bringing you the finals, something we have not seen before in the past. Team Liquid has made it past Envy, past Splice, something they've struggled with so much in the past, and we get to see them face off against Optic Gaming.
I cannot wait to see this series. This is the best we've seen Liquid play in quite some time. Are they going to be able to take down Optic? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. They have to win this series and then another best of series. So the bracket reset definitely going to have to come into play here. Keep in mind, Optic, they beat Liquid yesterday 3-1, and that's why Liquid was in the elimination bracket in the first place.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Liquid, they've only lost 4 games this entire tournament, and on Championship Sunday, they are currently 8-0. So last night, dropping a game to Infuse, but today, sweeping Splice, sweeping Team Envy. These guys look like a force to be reckoned with.
And get excited, guys. Crowd, let me hear you. It is the finals. I know you're just screaming, but I want to hear it one more time. All right, you hear everybody getting fired up. We are going to start this one off with Royal 2. Royal 2, he was playing phenomenal in the series against Splice, had some big plays, especially on the rig Strongholds. He's going to come out here in the window and laying down shots so the rest of his teammates can push over towards Pink.
Yeah, Royal 2 kind of always functions as that anchor player here for Optic Gaming, but Liquid, they are prepared for that. He's taken damage from at least 3 different grenades here while sitting in his window, but this is why he is so good. Picks up a reversal and a perfect kill. First time shooting his gun this map.
And while that was happening, Liquid actually burned the camouflage, so no camouflage currently on the map, but Optic Gaming with Pink control, all because of the slow play from Royal 2. You can see PJ, Snakebite, he's sitting top center. Liquid throwing nades, trying to make their way over towards P2, but Eco, he was distracted by the player towards top center, so that's just free shots here from Royal 2. Royal 2 playing this one phenomenally so far.
2 perfect kills and a single kill, all ready for Royal 2. Less than a minute into this game, and that flag has been pulled, so that's going to be out momentarily. Not looking like it's moving very far here, but nonetheless, these 2 teams are looking for blood.
Yeah, a couple of kills right there going over towards the Liquid side. That means that Optic Gaming not going to be able to run any flags. Eco, he's going to drop, so we're going to switch on over to Spartan and see what Spartan's going to be able to do. Definitely, in my opinion, Spartan's best tournament that we've seen so far. If he can close this one out and Liquid wins, I'd give him the MVP.
Yeah, Spartan is playing phenomenal, and he is meshing so well with this Team Liquid squad right now. We are seeing them do something we've never seen from them in the past here, and they are playing the best Halo I've seen from Liquid before.
Yeah, and no, Spartan, he didn't disconnect from the game or anything like that. He was just waiting and playing patiently so he can go in for that flag, but Lethal finds one. Royal 2 finds another. Snakebite with the perfect kill, and that's 3 dead for Team Liquid.
Yeah, now we're seeing Optic Gaming be the aggressors here. Snakebite pushes into the base, hiding below, buying some time. He's waiting for the callouts from his teammates. He wants some people to be taken weak before he pops out and gives away his location. Does clean up the kill onto Eco, but immediately taken out by grenades.
Royal 2 back into his spot right there, into Pink 2, just waiting for players to push out. Such a powerful position. Look at the height advantage. Look at all the cover that you can get. It's so hard to grenade in there, so you have to fly in just like Sub-Zero did. And Frosty, he picks up the double kill, looking for the triple kill. Nice nade right there, bouncing it, and almost the overkill. Wow, that's a delayed triple kill. That flag guy is running, but he's weak. Most likely Liquid gonna have to give this one up.
Ooh, but that guy is being very sneaky here, staying alive after being taken no shields. Got that flag out. New camo is also up, so definitely gonna have to pay attention to that one as we see teams start to just try to get the enemy team out of their base, and Royal 2 once again with the shots, winning all of his individual battles.
And that's key. Optic Gaming won a lot of fights right there, and they didn't burn the camo on the Liquid side. So Lethal, he's going to go over towards P2. Snakebite, he's going to pick up that camouflage. Can Snakebite stay alive?
Yeah, he will stay alive, and there is a flank here going into Liquid's base. As you see, Frosty and Lethal each grab a kill. Sub-Zero answers with one of himself, but that is not enough. 3 members down here now for Team Liquid, and Flag is out of their base.
And Snakebite can play this however he wants right now. He can bait the flag, he can go for slays. He does have reinforcements to go and get that flag touch, but you can see that player Lethal had his shields recharging, so he's going to toss it on over to Snakebite, and that's not that bad of a play, but Eco, he's just waiting there patiently to melt.
Yeah, we'll see if they're going to be able to get enough kills here to keep relaying this flag, but as Eco grabs himself a double kill, make that a triple kill here already. They are in prime position to pick up a return. Optic Gaming, last member alive was Lethal, tried to relay that flag as far as he could. The rest of Optic looks like they're going to be coming off spawn in their bubble and below the base, but great defense here from Liquid picks up that return.
Great job from Eco, especially. They double jump onto that return. Stellar finds one, Spartan finds another as well. You got to watch out for the counter cap if you're Optic. You have to kill this flag guy, and they do big shots right there from Frosty and from Lethal.
And we'll see who goes ahead in this one. Frosty picks up another big win. That's a double kill. Another member of Liquid here below the base, getting collapsed on very quickly. 3 dead, another return. We've seen caps within the first minute of almost every series here so far today, and we are 4 minutes in with no team being able to secure a capture.
Honestly, this is a good sign for Optic Gaming that they're continuing to elongate this game and they're not down so far, just based on how hot Liquid is. So you're going to see Stellar drop. We're going to switch on over to Eco. Nice shots coming in from Eco, but a great beatdown from Royal 2, who actually dropped with the trade. Flag being pulled by Liquid, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen because Snakebite and the rest of the Optic Gaming crew say no.
Yeah, and the kills are a 37 apiece here for both teams, so you can just tell how close this game is. Neither team able to get any kind of footing.
Not at all, and look at Optic Gaming definitely winning in the slays right now. 39-37 overall in their favor, so not too substantial, as Lethal has infiltrated the base though and is pulling the flag on Liquid's side.
Yeah, and he's moving this one very quickly at a good timing too. As that camo comes up, they are controlling pink side of the map, but Lethal gets taken out by Sub-Zero, so camo is still here. Optic Gaming, I like what they're doing. They're trying to play it slow, but Frosty, he gets taken out. Royal 2 already taking damage as he's pushing across. Lucky for Optic, they will force a camo burn there by Spartan and keep the flag alive for now.
You could see Royal 2, he's so comfortable with his teammates. A lot of people would panic right there, go for the flag touch, try to overextend, but there must have been communication going on between Optic where they're going to say, it's all right, Royal 2, you go and slay right there, make your way over towards P3, take those angles, and we'll go get that flag touch. As Frosty putting in the first cap for Optic Gaming.
And there we go, the very first lead of the game, with the game almost half over as it is. Optic Gaming puts that first one in, and take a look at that kill feed. 2 more members go down for Liquid. Spartan answers back with a kill, but now Frosty, he has free range at top center.
All right, and Optic Gaming still continuing to add the pressure on. Frosty finding a kill. Can he find the second one? No. Stellar going to take him down, but Lethal still alive on the Liquid side. I want to jump into an Astro listening with Optic Gaming. Let's see what the green wall is talking about.
On the front base. Under. PS, 2 under. Shot under Spartan, killed me. Where is he? He was just
P1 Stellar. I'm P2.
Yeah, I'm watching
P2 one hit. One hit P2.
Help me with a flag. Help me when you know
They're P sure I'm dead. Just keep telling.
You're about to. You know this guy here, bro? Top mid, Spartan. Top mid's one hit.
Sub-Zero.
I shot.
One hit.
Our side, top mid. 2 against.
I got an 8.
And top mid.
Top mid, one hit.
One shot P2 as well. One shot P2 last guy.
Here if we can.
Here, guys. Last two.
That's it. Nice. Keep control. Keep
Time's up.
They're really late. Gonna be
Their window.
Window
kill me.
Alright, slow down.
Bottom mid, under our base,
Try to keep if we can.
He's under base, window. No, he missed. He failed, under base.
DJ, go back.
Under base, still under base.
Give them RP ammo, guys.
We
got time for this camo.
Yeah, RP door, Stellar.
Nice.
Stellar's absolutely.
Dropping front.
I got Stellar. Alright, he's one shot, tunnel, Stellar.
Another one on our left. My left. Lifting now. Brad, camo, hold forward.
Dude, 2 hits, dude. 2 hits. Suits are flying.
Nice, another one on lift, Brad.
Under.
He's lifted. Yo, fire, guys. Literally go straight back. There's another one on door. Another one RP. I need help. I got nades. I got him.
All right, there you heard it. Optic Gaming with the communication. Flag was being pulled, but they're on top of it. Looks like they should be able to get the return, and they do. Lethal with the shots right there, picking up the double kill. They seem to be weathering the storm that Liquid was throwing at them, Kyle.
And I believe that was the camo player hiding P1 no shields as well that Lethal was able to spot out there. So now another round of aggression and potential flag movement opportunity here for Team Liquid as they just put 3 members down now for Liquid. Last player alive is Spartan, trying to clear out his own base, but there is no way Liquid's going to be able to stop this one from going in.
Great flag movement there from Snakebite, not making the mistake that he made in CTF Foul. Going to hit that thrust perfectly, and then he's going to ground pound the second flag in. Optic Gaming looking very solid to start here.
Very, very solid indeed here. And now finally we're seeing for the first time a breakaway as far as the slays between these two teams, as Optic Gaming is currently up by 6 kills.
Let's see what Liquid can do to get back into this one. Stellar with the shots right there onto Frosty. 4 minutes left to try to put 2 flag captures on the board. If they can extend it into overtime. But Optic Gaming, they haven't slowed up a bit. They are really just picking Liquid apart. Every time Liquid goes in to pull a flag, they seem to be there, and they always stop that flag run when it gets to that 50-yard line.
And this is definitely a different Optic Gaming than we saw in Atlanta. This Optic Gaming is revitalized, and they are looking to redeem themselves and get that first place victory. This is back to like the Halo World Championship type Optic Gaming that we've seen compete.
I'm just so impressed with the teamwork, but not only the teamwork, they're winning their individual battles. Their shots look so good, and that's hard to do when you've been sitting there trying to warm up this entire time. And Optic Gaming, they're about to throw this last flag cap in, and they do it in style. Lethal ends the game 3-0. Optic Gaming. Very, very big statement to start.
Yeah, and what were we talking about before this series started? That is Liquid's very first loss of the day, and not exactly as close of a game, very back and forth, but Optic Gaming, 3 convincing flag caps, and I do not believe I saw Liquid get Optic's flag into their base.
Taking a look at the stats, you can see Frosty sitting at 22 and 18. Big performance from him. Very little deaths coming out from Royal 2, and you could just see 4 perfect kills. That's because of his play style. He just continually punishes people and gets them when they're not expecting it. Going P3, just picking these guys off. They're like ants down there, just baiting the flag. He's making it look easy. They're gonna have to respond here in game number 2 and win this Slayer, because keep in mind, they have to win this best of 7 and then another best of 7.
Yeah, you're exactly correct, Tom. And keep in mind, we just saw those 2 perfect kills from Royal 2 right there. 2 of his very first 3 kills of this game were, in fact, perfects on 2 Team Liquid members.
And that's what I'm impressed by. Optic Gaming, the teamwork, everything's there, but they're not missing any shots. They're winning all of their 50-50s, which allows them to create more pressure on the map because they have more shields than Liquid. So overall, I didn't really see any mistakes from Optic Gaming, and that's what they were talking about on the analyst desk. They're not going to make many mistakes. You have to force the mistakes out of them with the aggression, with the hype, with the energy. Liquid needs to find that again.
Now, the real question is, what is Liquid going to do to get back into this one? They just encountered a team unlike what they've seen so far here today, being able to defeat Envy and Splice so convincingly. Now, they did take a game off of Optic Gaming yesterday when they fell into the lower bracket, or into the elimination bracket, 1-3 there. So now, this makes the overall series against Optic, if you combine all those scorecards, it's currently 4-1 in Optic's favor.
And Regret Slayer going to be game number 2, Plaza Strongholds game number 3, game number 4, Coliseum CTF. And when I saw these game types popping up, Kyle, I was like, wow, Liquid, that's pretty similar to their previous series where they were just going and dominating Splice. They played a lot of these game types, so you would go and think that they're going to have a strong performance there. But I'm worried for Liquid if they're not able to come out strong here and win their 50-50s, win their 1v1 battles. They're going to have to come out here and collapse on Optic Gaming, not expect them to make the mistakes. They have to force the action.
Yeah, I mean, in Regret Slayer, that's going to be a real test here for this squad, because this is a game type that Optic Gaming is going to be very comfortable on. Taking a look at that Liquid squad here on your screen, Sub-Zero in particular, he's going to want to get his team back into this one. They've been close to winning tournaments before, but have never been able to break and take that #1 spot. And now they're once again being able to taste victory here, but they got to get over the hump, which is Optic Gaming, that mountain squad here.
And now, when you look at what they are against Envy and Splice on the side of Liquid, they're 8-0 against them, but they're 1-4 against Optic Gaming. So whether it's a playstyle thing or whether it's just Optic Gaming just being so strong at this event, I'm not quite sure. But again, Liquid gonna have to have a great beginning strategy here. Getting an overshield, getting over towards top center is going to be big for them. They're also, again, going to have to be winning a lot more of their individual battles. I didn't see anybody get out-pistoled on the Optic Gaming side, really.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. In Royal 2, every time we were on his screen, he was winning battles, even battles he shouldn't have been taking there. So we'll see how this one starts off. Frosty immediately pushing towards that overshield, not able to grab that, but in fact, it looks like it is burnt here.
And Snakebite, he picked up a double kill, immediately rotated on over towards top center. So 2-2 to start, but Spartan has a double kill of his own. That's what Liquid needed to do, make sure that nobody got the overshield on the Optic Gaming side, and at least they have some sort of map control right now with Sub-Zero being top center, Stellar also with the Plasma Caster.
Yeah, and we see here 4-4 as this game starts to slow down just a hair here. Neither team wanting to give up any free deaths. Now Snakebite gets caught out, pushing by Sub-Zero, who's hiding top center, will be cleaned up, but the collapse from Optic Gaming is still happening over here towards red base. And now Eco, last player alive. He's getting shot at by 2 different members. Great shots to finish off Frosty, but the cleanup still comes in here from Lethal.
That was a 4-for-1 trade there in favor of Optic Gaming. That's not what you wanted here. Now they're going to forfeit the map control. Lethal over here with the noob combo, looking to do some serious work. Great thrust right there, getting the reversal onto Spartan. 2-for-2 trade. Now Lethal gonna have to relocate on over towards top center, but it's so difficult. You see a player over towards P2, another one top center. So Lethal just gonna reset over here as the rest of his teammates are starting to rotate. So let's see what Liquid is doing on the other side to get control.
Yeah, and as we take a look at Eco, they've got 2 members top center, another one over towards P2. So overall map control, it's hard to say anything other than it is in favor of Team Liquid. Almost not sure how that even happened, considering those clutch kills and even reversal that Lethal picked up while he was top center here. So another lead change here in effect, 12-12 now tied up, and this is just constant back and forth, crazy aggression here from both of these rosters.
Yeah, and Liquid starting to pull away a little bit if they can get that kill. Killing spree going on over to Eco. That's looking extremely strong. Now, if they can continue to add this pressure and collapse, they have the numbers advantage. Overshield is popping up here soon. That's going to be great for them. I'm curious to see if their coach is on top of it. Let's go into an Astro listen-in with Team Liquid.
They're going to be needles. Guard P1. One top P1. Car 1. In between. Car 1. On mid. Frosty's on mid on it. He's on it. He's got it. He's got it. He got it for kill 2. Front blue window. Bottom red somewhere. Him once. He's just get out. He's going in either. In either to red, I think. BR weak. Frosty's mid needles. Sorry, BR. Needles. Red bridge to red wall. I spawn blue. Top car. I have a combo. Red bridge, one shot, snake bite. There's 2, one shot, top red. Bottom middle, one shot, snake bite. I got him. Top car. Red flag. Behind the thing. He's top mid. Red bridge. Frosty's weak, red window. Okay, spawn bottom red going up E. I didn't move the wall, kinda. Top car lethal. I'm flanking needle. Car 2. Frosty's weak, car 2. On mid, one shot, snake bite. I got him. Flat, weak, row 2. 2 shot, I think. Blue. Okay, alright. They get spawning here. Blue, front red, someone who's bottom red. I'm playing in blue. I'm here, Zane. Blue plant still. Watch out, blue 2. Not lethal. Your shield, blue. I'm coming, Kevin. There's a guy on me. He's weak, crossing. No blue plant, dude. Another one above you, Kevin, weak. Snake bite. I got 2 into him.
All right, Liquid, the comms, calm, cool, and collected. I was expecting a little bit more hype and energy from them. I'm also noticing a couple of opportunities for them to be small talking a little bit more, Kyle. I'm not sure about you, but a call out to say where you're looking or where you're not looking, where you're collapsing from, just does your team wonders.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there was a little bit more communication in some of the previous series than what we're seeing with them against this Optic squad right now. But either way, as we hit that halfway point in this game, was just tied up 25-25, now 27-27. This is normally where we see the teams start pulling away and getting some sort of a cushion there as we end into the final half of this game.
And that's kind of Optic Gaming's specialty, right? It's the sign of a great team. They finish games out and they start pulling away right towards that tail end, the mid game, the ed game. You always want to have that better finish than you want to get off to that hot start. Of course, hot start's extremely important here in Halo 5, especially in the Strongholds game types like Empire, where it's very unforgiving, but it looks like they're on top of the overshield from the Optic Gaming side, and that one is going to go on over to, it looks like, I believe, Frosty? Who picked that one up? I believe Snakebite, actually.
Yeah, Snakebite is able to secure that overshield and pushed into red base with some collapse here. Now up to 5 kills, the largest lead that we're seeing so far here in this game. Like we said, as we start hitting the latter half. Now Snakebite, he is one of the players that has just always been so phenomenal on his map movement and rotations, just making such great decisions all the time.
No doubt about it, and that overshield really paying dividends because look at how much damage he's taking, but he's not able to pick up any kills. Team Liquid right there with the melt. Sub-Zero, he's going to pick up a battle rifle, not much ammo inside of that one, so I'm curious to see if he's going to switch guns, and he does. Great job right there, taking that player down to no shields. The grenade and the thrust are going to land. Liquid just mops Optic Gaming, all 4 dead there for Optic.
And when I said that before, Tom, I was just kidding, because that overshield actually ended up hurting Optic. They were up by 5 kills before grabbing that, and then Team Liquid, they adjusted perfectly, stepped stellar with that plasma caster, doing an amazing job at just putting so much damage out.
And very rarely do you hear, we were too aggressive with the overshield, but that was just one of those instances where Snakebite, he didn't have as much help as he would have thought, and there was just way too many Liquid members there laying down damage.
And I see lots of action top center. Frosty jumps up, does clean up 1 kill, is trying his best to stay alive, but nice shots from Eco will clean up that one. He's got 2 players on his radar. They are being taken weak. Snakebite in that challenge. They do both go down though. I spoke too soon. Lethal able to escape momentarily, gets his shields back. 41-41 as we head into the final 9 kills.
It's really all coming down to this overshield. Whether it's the team that gets it or not, there's going to be a huge battle down there, and that's going to just result in tons of kills. Eco finding one right there. Kenny landed, almost got the double kill onto Royal 2, but Royal 2 now in position bottom center. Curious to say if he's going to elect to stay down here or maybe rotate, because you don't want to be down too early for the overshield. Otherwise, you're giving yourself up in the positioning game. But what a flank coming into 2 members right there, giving that man a double kill. Spartan and Stellar had no idea Royal 2 was there, and Snakebite picking up another overshield.
I mean, that flank was absolutely brilliant from Royal 2. Liquid had no idea. They were so focused on the overshield in their head. Royal 2 used it against them, gets the callouts from his teammate. 1 player is weak, secures himself a double kill. And Tom, we were tied up 41-41, and now Optic Gaming turns it on and looks to close out and take a 2-0 lead here in this series.
If Optic Gaming wins this game, which it looks like they're very poised to do, I'm going to give that on over to Snakebite and Royal 2 for just phenomenal gameplay towards the tail end. Royal 2 with that flank, we can't talk about it enough. Nobody was expecting him to flank in underneath the toilet, coming up on top of the base and picking up that double kill. That just secured the overshield there for Snakebite as we take a look at the kills, deaths, and assists. Great stats coming in all across the board from Optic Gaming. 15, 12, and 11 coming in from Frosty, 12, 10, and 10 from Lethal. Royal 2 with a strong game as well. Meanwhile, Spartan, he was having a great tournament so far, definitely the roughest game that he's had. I'm looking for Spartan to come in here, fired up into Game 3, ready to try to get Liquid back into this series.
And this is the Frosty that we are used to seeing when Optic Gaming competes. Most kills, most assists, and still very low deaths there on his end. So doing an amazing job, stepping back up to his prime with this Optic lineup. And I said this before, Tom, this is the Optic Gaming that we saw years ago where we said everyone else is playing for second place here because Optic Gaming is in this tournament fully prepared.
And all 4 of them are playing phenomenal. Frosty, Lethal, Royal 2, Snakebite, everybody getting the job done. Strong individual performances are leading into the great teamwork. Obviously, this team has been together for quite some time now. They've gone through numerous tournament wins. They're trying to add 1 more here, 2 games away from doing it.
And keep in mind, like this, concludes the fall season of Pro League. They might very well be able to end this day, end the finals 4-0 before they take their brief hiatus and, relaxation period before the preparation begins once again for Halo World Championships 2018.
And that's what's impressive about Optic Gaming is, Kyle, I don't know how long they actually take these breaks because they get right back, nose to the grindstone, and they've never placed outside, correct me if I'm wrong, they've never placed outside the top 2. That is insane. You can't really say that about many other teams. Yeah, you look at, Final Boss in the run that they had, SDK in the run that they had, a great time where they never really placed outside of the top 2 either. But, you go back to when we were playing, straight up and triggers down, Carbon. We would win a tournament, win another one maybe, but maybe get that 3rd place or that 5th place underneath your belt, and that really stings. Optic Gaming has never allowed that to happen to their squad, and that is what I think makes them so great.
Yeah, I mean, Optic Gaming, you can't say enough good things about them. No matter what game you're looking at, they dominate the scene across the board here, and especially in Halo. This roster is insane, so talented, so individually skilled, get along so well. So many things just playing in their benefit. And considering how long this squad has been a roster for, and the fact that they're able to maintain this level of dominance, it just speaks wonders to them.
No doubt about it. Looking at Liquid right there, they had 8 games in a row without a defeat, but now Optic Gaming handing them back-to-back losses. We move into Strongholds on Plaza. That is game type number 3, and we'll see if they're going to be able to get it going. Couldn't get it done in CTF couldn't get it done in the Slayer. Maybe this is the dynamic they were looking for.
Yeah, so the Slayer didn't go in their favor for Liquid. The capture the flag wasn't there. They need to turn it around here on Strongholds because you do not want to find yourself from the elimination bracket in the finals down 0-3 to the powerhouse of Optic.
And Spartan, he had a rough game before. Let's start this one off with him on Plaza Strongholds to see how he can react to that previous performance.
Yeah, does a great job, makes the jump across the map, and instead of going for that Stronghold, he is flying across, gets a flank on anyone from Optic going for that camo, and forces a burn here from Frosty. Just looking at that kill feed, 2 members go down here for Optic, and Spartan wisely just retreats here back to the nest to secure Strongholds and get some points on the board.
Spartan needs to capture this nest. He's going to go and have some teammates there, so that's very big here for Liquid. Now they just need to make sure that they don't make any mistakes. Optic Gaming's already adding the pressure. Look at that snake bite already down towards bottom center. Royal 2 already set up with the shotgun, so it looks like Optic Gaming was on the ropes, but now all of a sudden they're baiting it into a potential triple cap.
Yeah, and Optic Gaming just so patient, so comfortable no matter what position they find themselves in. And Royal 2, we've seen it before. He loves to come over here by the hotel with a battle rifle, and like we talk about so many times here, be that anchor position.
And he's in a good spot right now, just locking down Blue, locking down Cafe and Flowers, has the battle rifle for long-range fights on over towards that nest side. Looks like Optic Gaming is going to go and add pressure on over towards the yard, which is fairly interesting. A yard for nest trade, not ideal in this situation, but it does rack up a couple extra points. You're going to see 17, 18, and counting. Now they're going to shift the focus on over towards the nest, retaking that, and hope that Liquid makes the mistake on going on over towards yard instead of bottom center, but it looks like they are in bottom center. Lethal picking up a double kill means that the rest of the Liquid members have to get out of this situation, or they're going to be all 4 dead and giving up another triple cap to Optic Gaming.
Yeah, the last thing you can do is try to go for a Stronghold once your teammates start dying. So you can see they are focusing back on bottom mid here. Royal 2, that was a stick across the map. Did he even know that player was there? Runs bottom center, gets a reset.
Yeah, no, Kyle, he threw a nade for a reason.
Yeah, it's good. Responding to call-outs, but perfectly thrown grenade. Incredible job here. Challenging, just not afraid of anyone here from this Liquid squad.
And the triple cap is back. It's bottom mid and nest. That's going to be what you have to focus on here if you're Team Liquid, but now you have to go on over towards the yard to stop the bleeding, and things can get out of control very, very quickly here with this shotgun in Royal 2's hand. Camo coming up here soon. One Slay does go in over to Liquid, a 2-for-1 trade actually overall, so now Royal 2, he's going to just try to find out where these guys are going, where they're spawning right now, and it looks like once he sees that they're going and capping the nest, it's just obvious that's a back wall spawn, so all the members from Liquid most likely located towards his right.
And they're just still racking up the points here. Royal 2 takes another angle, gets another battle with Eco. Will clean him up with that shotgun this time around. And one thing, Tom, we need to keep in mind is that camo here just grabbed.
I believe it got burned overall. I don't see anybody currently on the map, but Royal 2, this is his map right now. He hasn't died, I don't think, this entire game. He goes for the shotgun off of the initial spawn. This has been a very short game, Kyle. We're only 3 minutes into this game, not even 3 minutes, and you already have Optic Gaming well past that halfway point.
Yeah, I'm really glad you bring that up, Tom, because Royal 2 has not died. He's actually sitting at 4-0 so far. Might be jinxing him now, but somehow he's able to stay alive again. I don't even know how he's doing it.
Yeah, that would have been crazy if he ended up having a perfection overall, but instead it is going to be Liquid finally ending that spree, but they have so much work cut out for them, Kyle. This is a huge deficit. I mean, you're down 2-0 in the series. You have to win this best of 7 and another one, and now you find yourself down 76 to 3 points. This is not looking good for Liquid.
Oh, but Liquid does a great job securing this bottom mid here. Snakebite and crew almost stopped it from happening. Oh, what a great win for Stellar there. Gets perfect shots onto Snakebite, picks up that kill. But just as we say that here, that's 2 dead, and so numbers advantage now for Liquid. They need to probably get a triple cap going this game.
No doubt about it.
And that's probably the only way you can hold that setup long enough against Optic Gaming to get back into this game.
No doubt about it. You have to get that triple cap, get Optic Gaming on their back foot. But look at this. Again, once you go on over towards the nest, Optic Gaming rotates down towards bottom middle and throws Liquid off. Fortunately for Eco this time around, he did live a little bit longer than last time, but Royal 2, he's looking for more blood. He has help from Lethal. Sub-Zero going to find that kill, but he gets dropped immediately. Everybody dropping like flies on this Liquid squad, which means Optic Gaming, they're going to go and push the objective. They hop numerous people into that Stronghold. Eco gets a nice kill. onto Frosty, but the points are racking up. 20 points away from going up in the series 3-0.
And look at that. Stellar literally just took damage from all 4 members. He tried to go bottom center, noticed 2 members of Optic Gaming were in the hill, tries to contest that, but runs into the other 2 members of Optic who immediately double team him again. This is showing you their teamwork is on point right now.
And Frosty is not missing, just picked up a double kill, found the 3rd member, and challenges the 4th. That's not an overkill, but he just mopped all of Liquid.
That is absolutely insane, Tom. That's when I don't even know what to say. They're just running around full freedom on this map. Frosty gets rewarded for those perfect shots, grabs a shotgun here out of yard, and we'll decide or find out if he decides to go contest
That's
it
game.
or just bait it. And yeah, with that triple cap still in effect, that time is going very quickly, and 3-0 lead here already
Wow.
for Optic Gaming. Tom, what is happening? Team Liquid, they were on a run, and they just hit a brick wall.
Well,
A
we
green
heard
wall,
their
I should
community.
say.
Yeah, they did hit the green wall, and that's unfortunate for them. Maybe it's a playstyle thing. I don't know, but I'm worried about the energy levels right now from Liquid. I don't know if maybe they expended too much beating Envy, beating Splice, but when we went into that Astro listening, we're not hearing them do small things that they should be saying. They should be saying things like where they're looking, where they're going, and doing that small talk that goes and really just bonds the team together as we go and take a look at these stats. And Frosty having himself one hell of a series, 16 and 9 overall, only dropping 1 assist, so maybe stealing a couple of his teammates' kills, but we did see him handling things individually.
Yeah, 100-18, 5-minute, 25-second game. And yeah, I mean, if you think back to the start of this one, it actually went in Liquid's favor, and Optic Gaming kind of answered back, Royal 2 especially. There was 4 minutes or 5 minutes into the game, and he only had 4 kills. He didn't actually even make that killing spree, but they were up by 50 to 60 points with him being 3
Yeah, it was like 65
and 0.
to 3, and he's 4-0 at some point. That's absolutely insane for Royal 2. That just goes to show that everybody is doing their job, and Optic Gaming's play style, the meta that they play, still is king overall. Liquid, they have such a tough road ahead of them right now. They have to win 4 in a row, then they have to win another best of 7 series. If they do it here, I mean, props to them, but this is as tough as it's gonna get.
Yeah, and that man on your screen there, Snakebite. Paul Duarte, one of the best players consistently here for many, many years. If you're new and watching here, Royal 2 and Snakebite, they've been teaming together since 2011. And since then, they've really only had, I think, 1 poor placing. And when I say poor placing, it's still like a top 8 finish, so it's not even that bad. These guys are absolutely ridiculous. They've partnered up with Lethal, who is, you know, one of the greatest console players to ever pick up the sticks here. And then we're seeing what Frosty is capable of doing, that new breed of players. We talked about it in some of the earlier series today. You've got Hooks, you've got all these new people, and Frosty is on top.
And you look at those game types really quick as CTF Coliseum is loading up. Maybe Liquid needs to get the weapons in their hands, the sniper rifle, the rockets. You look at these first 3 game types, and they're not many power weapons at all. You just have that plasma caster and the shotgun in Regret and in Plaza. So maybe we can get these guys going with the weapons on the Liquid side, get the rockets, get the sniper rifle, and maybe we start to see that Liquid that we saw in the previous series. All right, guys, let's get the crowd going. I know that you guys are here and having some good times, so let's hear it all. I can hear you from here. That's pretty good.
That is
That's pretty good. We're
we
pretty
have
far
an
away.
awesome audience here. So glad to see so many people coming out here to DreamHack Denver to check out their favorite teams. And I know we've got a lot of Optic Gaming fans in the house. I've been seeing them walk around in jerseys all event long, and this is exactly what they were hoping to see.
All right, here we go. CTF Coliseum, it's loading up. Is this the game that Optic Gaming wins and gets crowned your 2017 HCS Fall Pro League champions, or can Liquid extend the series? We're kicking this one off with Sub-Zero.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Optic Gaming did not have the best time on this map in Atlanta, if you recall that series against Splice here, so I can guarantee you they've been working out some of their issues and are going to come out here strong.
Wow, look at that aggression coming in from Frosty. He gets dropped from Spartan. Sub-Zero immediately was taken down to no shields, but did a great job staying alive, and I think he's going to be rewarded with that sniper rifle. He is. Rocket's still on the map currently, and he's not taking any time wasted here, pushing on over towards the sniper ramp, trying to get on over towards the cave. That's the ideal to place the snipe, so you can go and run that flag on over towards the sniper ramp, but there's a player already in the cave. Nice no-scope there from Sub-Zero. Has to finish this kill, and he does. Lethal's gonna drop. Now the snipes coming in. Great snipes from Sub-Zero. And here's the ideal setup for Liquid.
And this is what you have to do if you're going to beat Optic Gaming. You need to just be killing them, keeping them on spawn traps and numbers advantage. But just as we say that, somehow they grab the flag, they had the sniper rifle, but rockets and everything just falls apart for Team Liquid, and Optic Gaming answers right back after a really poor start for them.
Here's the thing is someone missed that flag grab on over towards the fountain when Sub-Zero had that sniper rifle, and unfortunately they didn't throw that sniper rifle off, which means Optic may be able to get that one, but no, it's going to be Spartan with rocket sniper rifle, and he's going to be able to add enough pressure for these guys to secure the cap. Liquid, that's a good start for them. They need to get it together. They need to get the momentum that they had in these first 2 series of the day.
And definitely some great shots there by Eco trying to answer back here. They got the cap, they got a few kills, so prevented any kind of counter capture possibilities there, but sniper rifle is down on the ground here, and Optic Gaming is pushing from snipe side of the map. Lethal with a big 1v1 kill.
Yeah, nice shot from Lethal right there. Sub-Zero, he's laying down some serious damage, flanking all the way over towards the red side elbow. That's on Optic Gaming's side. He's going to help Stellar get that kill onto Royal 2. That's going to be 2 dead, so as long as nobody's over here, there is a little hider on the flag there. Frosty, great defense coming in from him. Is he going to be able to add the pressure on over towards the snipe side? Looks like he is going to be able to. Chucks a couple grenades out there to take off the angles. Now he's going to push on over towards the catwalk. Has a player on his radar as Lethal picks up a kill, and also throughout all this snakebite was able to find the rocket. So Stellar just ripping off Royal 2 space, finding a double kill. Spartan getting the triple kill, and now all of a sudden it looked like a great position for snakebite, but he's taken out. You know what? I want to go into an Astro listening with Team Liquid. Thank you for that tweet, Elementary.
I got killed. Two of them. Just get killed, Saint. Your basement gonna go for right. Our corner, I'm not ignoring our corner. Alright.
I died from their cave. The guy our corner on beast.
I got him. Their window killed me to BR.
This sniper's big. This next sniper's big. Make sure to get it.
Where's the guy that BR telling me?
Their elbow. Shot top rockets. Lethal.
I don't have a good death cam.
There you top rockets.
He was
I'm
one
leaving
shot.
that guy. We need to get rockets.
He's gonna live. Look at Snipe.
I'm here.
They're sneaky one shot. Roll 2.
Sniper and they're sneaky. They're pushing me grass. Snakebite has a shot.
That's weak.
Sweep their maze. I'm
Get
getting
pyramid,
them out.
pyramid.
We gotta kill this guy.
Pyramid's one shot.
Pyramid one shot.
He jumped out.
Our maze.
2 on snipe.
You gotta hide.
I'm flag now. Fight.
Fine, no, you're fine.
Nice nade.
I killed one window.
Nice. I'm on the lead.
Frosty, speak our sniper. I'm sniping.
That window.
Yeah, I hear you.
Our found a flag. Weak snakebite. Our found a flag.
Flag weak, roll 2. Flag.
Dead, two dead.
Roll 2's dead. Full elbow.
Try and help.
There's one more, Zane.
I'm coming. Full elbow.
Nice.
Blocking elbow still.
I'm on top cat. I'm watching snipe ramp. They're
I
gonna
didn't
be
get my shield. I didn't get my shield. Top snipe.
Should be good.
snakebite 2 shot. Their snipe ramp.
The BR weak. Their window weak.
Our flag, guys. Our flag, guys.
Come
Two bottom grass. Two bottom grass.
Kill one. Our window sniping.
Our window. I got him.
Nice, do that. Go for retailer.
I'm on return.
Bottom grass on our fountain.
I got him.
Grass is
Flag
one shot.
our
One shot
flag.
their maze.
Rocket.
Their window.
Their corner.
2 shots. Their flag.
Their BR.
Probably our flag, by the way.
I'm living with rockets. Dying.
Their snipe ramp and their fountain. Good Zane.
I'm gonna die, maybe.
Come on. I'm hiding below our
Hide.
Their BR. Our sneaky now on me.
Watch our elbow.
Watch out our bottom cave.
Our elbow one.
In our cave. Top cave challenge.
All right, great communication there from Liquid. It seems like, Kyle, the small talk coming back in. They said, hey, pull this elbow. I think we got this. Go over towards the snipe side. That's some of the things that they were missing in Regret. And I feel like if they were doing that in Regret, we could be looking at a 2-1 series.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely correct here. 2-0 in favor of Liquid, and this game is completely turned around this series so far from what we've seen out of Optic Gaming. And I thought Optic Gaming would be much improved on this map with some of the encounters and experiences they had to deal with going up against the likes of Splice here, but they are doing a phenomenal job here, or Liquid is doing a phenomenal job, I should say, at keeping them at bay.
And when you look at the slays, this is heavily in the favor of Team Liquid right now, 42-29. And the power weapons, we talked about it before. The first 3 game types didn't have any rocket launchers, didn't have any sniper rifles. 4-0 right now in favor of Liquid. Definitely the big difference maker in securing these flag captures.
Yeah, I mean, and one thing that's kind of like uncharacteristic or unusual is the amount of success that Optic Gaming is having on these maps that don't have the power weapons, when normally you would think it's the exact opposite.
Frosty with the nasty double kill, trying to bring Optic Gaming back into this one. They're 1 game away from being crowned your champs. Lethal, he's going to rotate on over towards the top catwalk area. Sees a player on over towards the sneaky. That's going to be Eco, but Spartan coming in with the shots, and Spartan starting to heat up again. He did have kind of a rough game in game number 2, but he had a phenomenal triple kill to go and secure that flag capture when we were on Eco's screen.
Yeah, still a lot of time left to play in this game, so Optic Gaming by no means out of this one here quite yet, and a huge double kill win there comes out for Snakebite as he takes out 2 members of Liquid from the cave. That's going to be opening up the door here for that flag to start moving across the map. Lethal following in, trying to clear out the last members that pushed in the window, but they took down 2 members of Optic Gaming and will get the return.
Royal 2 found the sniper rifle, but the flag does get returned like you said. So Team Liquid, they're in a good position. All they got to do is make sure that they focus Royal 2 here and then make sure that they secure that rocket side of the map, because you do not want snipe and rockets going on over to Optic Gaming, or that 2-0 lead is going to be taken away very quickly.
Yeah, this is a scary moment here. This is when Optic Gaming shines, when Royal 2 has that sniper rifle and it's just cleaning up all the members of Team Liquid here. So not able to secure the kill there on Eco. Snakebite's over there in cave, not able to clean that one up either, but he just takes his patient time to line up the snipe shot. Eco answers back though. Perfect shots here to kill the sniper rifle.
And if he didn't have perfect shots, he most likely would have died. And guess what? Eco's on the hunt for some more blood. He helps take out the rocket player, helps take out the sniper rifle player. Spartan and Stellar going to get credit for those kills. Snakebite going to respond with the grenade, but a great job from Eco right there, staying alive, helping his team regain control of the map.
Yeah, with all those power weapons down here on the grass, it is nothing but good news here for Team Liquid as they have the numbers advantage, they have some control, and a double kill comes out from Eco. They are looking to capture the 3rd flag if they can get this one out.
Almost a triple kill, but it's going to be staggered. Spartan, he's going to find a kill. He's also on the flag, finding a double overall, but that's going to slow down that flag push coming in from Team Liquid. Even if you're the last guy alive from Optic Gaming and you get a trade right there, that's really all you can ask for. Team Liquid was very close to putting that 3rd and final flag capture in.
You're absolutely correct there. Sub-Zero gets taken out, tries to push up through the elbow, but not going to work out after his 2 members died from his team there. He's got to definitely play patient, wait for those respawners, because you need every advantage you possibly have if you're going to be moving these flags and beating Optic in a game.
Great shots right there from Snakebite. Now Optic Gaming, they're maintaining control of the map right now. They're starting to push into that Team Liquid base. You can see another player moving on over towards the scatter shot. He's got a flank on over towards the Optic Gaming base, but Optic Gaming, they're already pulling this flag. Rockets are going to pop, and they're going to spot the players grabbing their flag. So it should be Optic Gaming with an easy collapse towards these elbow players.
But I like what Liquid's doing there. They're not taking as much damage as we might initially thought. They throw that flag out, and they are just playing defense from Optic's base here. And Optic, they will focus on getting their own flag returned here, but that was Liquid also just kind of outmaneuvering Optic, I feel like, in that situation.
Big 1v1 right there from Snakebite. He's going to have to get inside of that Team Liquid base, but has to worry about a rocket player on over towards his right. The rocket player, that's going to be Sub-Zero. So here's the fight. You saw where both of those players are located. Snakebite right above him. Penguin, Sub-Zero. He's looking for some more blood. Spots that flag. He's going to try to bait it out. Great thrust right there coming in from Lethal, and Snakebite's going to be rewarded with the rockets.
Yeah, that was an amazing job by Snakebite, staying alive there, getting that weapon out of Liquid's hands, and he gets rewarded for that. Grabs a kill on Eco. Got a player showing up here on radar, but that's 2 members of Team Liquid playing defense here from the flag.
And that's what they should do. Look at the clock, 3 minutes left. They haven't gotten a capture in 9 minutes. If you continue to just set up here, add the aggression, maybe keep one guy in the back there for Team Liquid, Optic Gaming is going to have a very tough time, but Team Liquid, they're also doing other things that Optic Gaming wasn't expecting. Great shots right there from Lethal, as they did overextend that one time. Stellar, he's the last line of defense right now. Can he get it done? It looks like he's going to drop on over towards Royal 2. Snakebite, even though he has a sniper rifle, still going to go get that objective done, tossing that one on over towards his teammate most likely so he can go and snipe. But no, he's going to go and put that one in all the way.
I still relay that one.
Okay.
Did get around the corner there, so great job here by Optic Gaming, answering back, getting back into this one, and that was a perfect time to do so. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play, and there we go again. That's Optic Gaming wasting that sniper ammo. More concerned at keeping it out of the hands of Liquid than actually putting it to use for themselves.
And Sub-Zero, he's going to find that sniper rifle. Like you said, not much ammo after it was wasted from Optic Gaming, but they need to get inside this space and get this flag pulled out smoothly. It's not going to happen, and they haven't put Optic Gaming away quite yet. 2 minutes for Optic Gaming to try and push this one into overtime.
Yeah, and if you remember some of the flags we saw, or CTF games we saw earlier here today, Splice with that Fathom CTF win, grabbing the flag with 30 seconds left to play to actually defeat Optic Gaming. Always hits the one, and a grenade comes in from Royal 2. Perfect teamwork from Optic Gaming, buying some additional life. That flag is moving now, Tom.
And Snakebite is pulling it so quickly, very unorthodox pull, and kind of gets taken out by the rocket right there. Great pre-rocket coming in from Stellar, but Royal 2, he has to land this rocket. Can he do it? He does. Flag still is pulled. That's going to be lethal. You also have the sniper guy inside of the Optic Gaming base. They should be able to tie this one up, and they do. 2-2. Are you kidding me? There was only 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left. They didn't have any captures, and then they string together back-to-back flag.
Liquid was doing so good this game just to have that happen. 1 to 2 minutes of a lapse of judgment perhaps allows Optic Gaming to get right back into this one. But Optic Gaming, they've got to be careful. They had several members go down now as Liquid pulls that flag, and the next flag capture will win for both of these teams. So this is when it comes down to a sudden death.
That flag sitting down towards bottom center. Snakebite gonna hop on that return. Looks like Team Liquid gonna get a return of their own, but they don't have the numbers advantage right now. Another flag being pulled. That means that's the last guy alive on over towards the Optic Gaming side of the base. Should be an easy kill, and it is. Royal 2 gonna give the perfect shots. Flag needs to get pulled here for Snakebite. That's what he wants to do to try to end this one. 30 seconds left. It looks like we're going to go into overtime here, but if Optic Gaming can continue to add the pressure like they have the last couple minutes, they may be walking away here the champs in very dominating fashion.
Great shots by Sub-Zero will pick up the kill onto Snakebite. That is going to be 1 dead for each team, so 3v3 situation.
Ooh.
But great teamwork there. Liquid grabs 2 unanswered kills, and now this is their opportunity to push out the base. Now keep in mind, we are coming down to the end of regulation time, but additional 3 minutes will be added to the clock. However, next flag capture is still the one to win.
No doubt about it. And if it does end 2-2, we will be going into a full replay here. So let's see what happens as Optic Gaming does pick up a couple of kills. Lethal finds one onto Eco. Frosty, he's starting to clamor and make some maneuvers on over towards the Team Liquid side. One player is going to drop, no shield. Should be an easy kill, and it is there for Frosty. He drops Stellar, has another player over towards the elbow. And while this is happening, most likely another player going to be pushing on over towards the flag. He is. He's working with Snakebite to try to drop this player on over towards the window. Another member over towards the back of the base for Liquid. Great defense there for Liquid, picking up 2 kills.
Yeah, Liquid has been doing a great job at being in their base, at the back of the flag, and in their window, and still working together with the bait and switch situations, which is kind of throwing Optic Gaming off guard as most of their aggression comes in from the elbow side.
Stellar starting to become a bully here with his Magnum dropping Snakebite. You're going to see Spartan pick up that kill onto Royal 2, but it does get answered out. Stellar in a great position, but over challenges right there. Frosty came in with the teamwork. He gets dropped as well. Sub-Zero flying into that window already. He wants this third and final flag cap.
Yeah, we'll see 2 dead here for Optic. But wow, what a great kill to pick that one up onto Sub-Zero. Snakebite, Captain Clutch doing big things once again. And lots of action still. Neither team able to really lock down sniper side of the map for more than just, 15 to 20 seconds at a time.
It's so interesting to see how Liquid was in control in the beginning of this game. Then Optic Gaming was in control, and now it's just been a stalemate throughout this entire overtime. Kyle, who do you think is going to be able to win this one? I got to know.
I think it's going to be Optic. I think with them coming back, being down 0-2, it is their game to take. Tom, keep in mind, we're at 102 kills to 102 kills right now in this game.
This could be it. Snakebite, he's going to pull the flag. That was 3 dead for Team Liquid. We got to find out where the spawns are. Big kill right there. Perfect kill onto Frosty from Sub-Zero. It's an unorthodox flag route coming in from Snakebite. It looks like he's going to take this one on over towards the pyramid. Very interesting strategy as Team Liquid did pull a flag of their own. The flag did get returned. Still more people from Team Liquid inside of the Optic Gaming base. Big kill right there happening over towards the snipe side. Snakebite going to find that kill. Sub-Zero answering it. The flag is sitting there. Sub-Zero going clutch. He's going to need this triple kill.
And the last 2 memories on the return. He's right there. It does, in fact, get returned. 50 seconds left to play. That looked almost like 100% chance of going in, but Liquid, perfect grenades. And we might be seeing a counter capture here, Tom.
Ooh, it's so big to get that flag kill right there. It came in from Lethal onto Eco. Eco did a great job of tossing that flag out, but did he get it far enough for the rest of the members from Liquid to go and relay this one? 30 seconds left. Keep in mind, they have to have that flag scored before the 30-second mark. They can't just have it and get more overtime.
Yeah, we'll see how this one ends up playing out. There's still enough time to cap this. If you run it through bottom center and you get a relay, you can grab that with 12 to 15 seconds left and still potentially put that in, but great defense here from Liquid. I think they just saved themselves, taking a loss this game and the end of their tournament here, and I can't see anything other than a replay coming in.
No doubt about it. It is going to be a full replay. What a game in game number 4. By far the closest game of the series, as close as you can get. It is going to be a tie 2-2. CTF Coliseum, and Kyle, the kills 115 to 113. Liquid only outslaying Optic Gaming by 2.
Yeah, that is completely insane to think about. That is a lot of kills to have in any CTF game type or any game type for that matter here. And I would say that that game, even though it was a tie, goes in favor of Optic Gaming. And that's because they were down 0-2 with 4 minutes left to play, but still managed to prevent them taking a loss in this series.
For sure, and Royal too, 5 perfect kills again. I mean, this man is not missing with his pistol, and you're right. After being up 2-0, that is when you got to go and put that third flag capture in before even giving Optic Gaming a moment to realize what happened. Liquid needed to win that game 3-0 in my opinion to go and try to get something going in game number 5, try to go and elongate this series. Optic Gaming, I feel like they kind of dodged a bullet.
And Tom, when is the last time that we've seen Optic Gaming lose a replay? Generally in the past,
Rare.
anytime we've seen a replay, it didn't go 15 minutes again. It was 3 to 4 minutes and all Optic Gaming on those replays. So I'm a little worried here for Liquid.
No doubt about it, and if it wasn't for that great hot start that Liquid was having, we could have been looking at Optic Gaming already being crowned the champion. So we'll see here. Like you said, Optic very, very seasoned in these replays. Team Liquid, they're going to have to do something a little bit differently here. One of the things that Liquid did great though, however, Kyle, was the defensive stands. You saw towards the very tail end of that game, there was 3 dead, a fresh 3 dead. The last guy alive, he stayed over towards the flag. Liquid loves to keep that last guy over towards the very back of the flag there. And as long as you can go and get the trade with the guy that's getting the pull, you typically stop that flag capture.
I mean, and we've heard Golden Boy and Strongside really talking about it all tournament long, the staying alive. Sub-Zero had a double kill with a frag grenade as Optic Gaming was trying to push the flag from the fountain into their own base for that capture. Had he not been able to do that, 1 frag grenade getting 2 players or taking out 2 players on the flag, this could have been not lights out for Team Liquid.
And it was just a weird route with the flag there from Snakebite. And if it would have went in, we'd have been like, oh my gosh, Snakebite, we already know that he's the greatest. But we're like, he's even more of the greatest. But that to me seemed like that's an opportunity to go and start adding more pressure on over towards the window area. If you go and toss the flag on over towards like your DMR or over into your own window, that is such an open area to bait right there, and you can go and get that flag touch and then try to go and do that relay. But either way, they still dodged the bullet. They still tied it up after being down 0-2, and they do have this demanding 3-0 lead.
You're absolutely correct there, and look at them. Definitely calm across the board here. In a great position. Some even smiles, rare smiles here coming out from that Optic Gaming side, because you know these guys are all about business.
No doubt about it, Liquid. They're just waiting for this one to get underway. They know that they messed up that lead there in CTF Coliseum, but the good thing for these guys is that the communication is there. I want to know, guys, in the crowd, who is cheering for Optic? Let me hear you scream. Okay, I can hear that from here. I can hear that. Liquid fans, can you get louder than the Optic fans? Let me hear you.
Oh, I think that was louder.
I don't know. That was a lot of decibels.
And you're, of course, taking a look at Liquid here on your screen. You can tell these guys are focused, and they know this is not an easy road, but it is still within grasp of taking their very first tournament victory. Keep in mind, this is the back-to-back defending world champions going up against a squad that has yet to win an event.
That's true. Their highest placing, I believe, was second. I can't remember exactly what that was, but they have not gotten over that hump. They have not been able to beat the squad that you're looking at right now. It is Optic Gaming. The keys to victory for these guys, again, having the great defensive stands that Liquid was having before, but keep hammering in that small talk. They need to continue to talk to each other about when to go and pull the flag, where to pull the flag, who's looking where, and who's responsible for what they need to do on the map.
Right, and this is all about who can make the adjustments going into this replay to come out strong in Liquid. Like we said earlier, I think that last game absolutely benefited Optic Gaming. 4 minutes, 2 captures, send it into overtime, and Liquid, they put it all on the line that game. They were up 2-0 right off the start here, and yet not able to close the door.
And one of the things that we were highlighting at a certain point, that it was 4-0 in power weapon kills for Team Liquid when they were up 2-0. Well, guess what? After those first 2 flag captures, they didn't get one more power weapon kill the entire game. Optic Gaming, they picked up 3 and they got 2 flag captures because of it. That's the key to victory here. You need to make sure that you're securing the weapons. That's going to result in flag captures on the board.
And Tom, I've said it before, this is one of my favorite game types, and I'm excited that we're getting to watch it once again between our top 2 North American teams, or for that matter, the best 2 teams currently here now in the entire world.
It's going to be Spartan making his way on over towards the Rockets. Definitely want to pick those up. Royal 2, he's going to find first blood onto Stellar. Spartan, he's going to answer right back, but Snakebite, he makes his way on over towards those Rockets. Waits for his shields, but Sub-Zero there. And look at the position that Sub-Zero picked that kill off, Kyle. That's just a responsive call-out right there.
You can just tell there's great communication here coming out from both of these rosters, collapsing on individual members, doing everything they can. Frosty had that sniper, connects on a body shot, gets cleaned up here by Stellar, and then stays alive. Frosty has been absolutely on fire all event long. I can't wait to see how he puts this one to use.
Not good right now for Team Liquid. Snakebite just picked up a double kill with the Rockets. Frosty gonna rip off Stellar's face, and the last person is gonna drop. All 4 dead for Team Liquid as the flag is getting pulled. Should be a capture for Optic Gaming.
Yeah, we'll see if Frosty's able to find any angles here to help assist this flag run already going in. And Tom, what did I say? Optic Gaming, it took them 8 minutes to capture their first flag.
And they're running another one, Kyle. Royal 2 picks up a double kill. He's already flying. You still have Sniper Rifle. You still have Rockets. Eco, yeah, he gets a kill onto Lethal, but this flag is fairly far. Frosty already going to grab it. And it's, oh, the no-scope so close, but just doing that damage allows Lethal to get the kill and most likely the touch. Lethal should go for the touch, but he doesn't. Very unfortunate for him. Now Snakebite, he's going to have to respond, but has 2 members of Liquid right there. Great job from Spartan and crew and Team Liquid getting that return.
And clearly Optic Gaming making the necessary adjustments here, but a great triple kill. Perfect shots comes in from Spartan. Not able to get that flag out the window though. And Snakebite, Captain Clutch, picks up a double kill as the last member alive and prevents that one from going over to Team Liquid.
Great rocket right there, but Lethal, he's already overextended on over towards the grass and made his way on over towards the snipe side. He is going to drop the rocket player right there. Very unfortunate for Stellar. He was not expecting that player to be so aggressive, but a great heads-up play from Lethal. Optic Gaming, they come out with the first capture on the board. Very different from the previous game that we had. Keep in mind, it was Liquid up 2-0. Optic Gaming, they responded with back-to-back counter caps with just 3 minutes left in the game, and that's why we find ourselves in this scenario.
Yeah, we absolutely do here. So good job by Liquid. They are pushing back into the base here. Here comes Snakebite. Mr. Clutch himself gets a decent rocket down, does push back Sub-Zero, and I take that back. Gets the second rocket perfectly thrown or shot there to pick up the kill.
And look at what the strategy here is for Optic Gaming. Get that flag inside of the window, but let's try to utilize that with our grenades. Let's try to utilize that with our rockets. Fortunately for Liquid, they didn't buy the bait and they fell back, allowing that flag to return itself as it slowly ticks away. Snakebite on the bottom of the map now. Surely he's been called out. Looks like he's getting lit up from behind. So great thrust right there, making his way on over towards the elbow, just trying to get his shields back.
Yeah, it's a great job recognizing all the different nuances on the map so he could jump thrust and avoid having to clamber there and make sure you can always, reload and not have anything else happen.
And he's in a sticky spot here. He wants to go for the objective, but he realized that numerous members from Team Liquid have already pressed up. Great grenade right there. It's not going to land. Going to clamber and stay alive on over towards the sneaky. And Optic Gaming, we've seen them doing that so much this event. Whenever they feel like they're about to die with that sniper rifle, even if they sense it at all, they start wasting the ammo.
Yeah, and I was actually talking to them about this before the series there, and that is something they've absolutely planned out. If you couldn't tell already, coming into this event, they know that the only time they ever really lose is when someone from the other team, a McWin, a snipe down, or in this case, a Sub-Zero or a Stellar, get those sniper rifles and bring
anybody really. I mean,
down.
Eco, Stellar, Sub-Zero, Spartan, all these guys extremely deadly with the sniper rifle. And like you said, once you get into that top area, power weapons really determining that. So if Optic Gaming's feeling comfortable in these 50-50 scenarios with no weapons, why not just try to nullogate that?
Right, you're exactly correct there, and it clearly is working out in their favor, considering the phenomenal tournament that they've been having so far here in DreamHack Denver.
Sub-Zero, he's making his way on over towards the rockets and just popping another member from Optic currently waiting on those. Should be an easy kill for him, and it is. Frosty, a little bit caught out of position right there, but great teamwork from Liquid, sending 2 players on over towards the rockets instead of Optic's only sending 1.
All right, now we'll see how Sub-Zero is able to put these to use because they really need to turn this power weapon and map control that they picked up into a flag capture. And missed rocket there. Great job by Optic dodging that, and that is not what Liquid wanted to have happen. They basically just delivered the rockets over here to Optic Gaming, who already maintain a 1-0 lead.
And those rockets are going to go into Snakebite's hands again. Royal 2 did drop the sniper rifle. That rocket is not going to connect, but it does force Stellar out, and Stellar is going to drop overall. Spartan, he's infiltrated the base, maybe looking for another triple kill like he had earlier, but no, Lethal going to shut that down on over towards the elbow. Now he's going to start rotating on over towards top rockets, and Liquid, they haven't really had a really solid flag run so far. I'm a little bit worried that they need to get these weapons in their hands. They need to get the job done. That missed rocket from Sub-Zero is really going to come back to bite these guys.
Great shots from Lethal. Just put down, killed one player, gets 2 assists there. Snakebite and Frosty clean up Eco and Spartan. And now the collapse here from Optic Gaming. They're pushing in the base, and Lethal, he knows these players are going to be spawning in the back of the base and over here towards the cave. So now he's pushing in, getting a collapse, waiting for help from his teammates. Just needs to stay alive and buy time here. He's got a player right next to him.
Oh, almost got credit for that lunge, but instead he does get his shields overall, picks up the kill right there onto Stellar. Sub-Zero finds one on the other end of things, but looks like pressure going in favor of Optic Gaming right now. A couple sloppy shots coming in from Lethal. Looks like he's just going to try to challenge and weaken that player as much as possible. Sub-Zero, that's 2 kills off of his spawn. Great job on the defensive stand.
Yeah, both of these teams have superb defense here. That is why we are seeing these games go so long. Now keep in mind, Liquid had 2 flag captures over 2 minutes ago in this previous game, not able to get anything going in this replay.
And Frosty, he's pulling the flag. That was a fresh 4 dead there for Team Liquid. Optic Gaming, they're starting to really heat up. There are possibly 1 flag capture away. You know what? I want to go into an Astro, listen in, and hear how fired up these guys are.
Nice, guys. Absolutely. Top cat. I shot Stellar. I got shot Stellar.
Snipes off maps.
Top Roxy. They have rockets bottom mid on table.
Bottom mid.
RB weak. Master base behind you.
We're looking for Smarty with rockets.
No, it's Sub-Zero. It's Sub-Zero.
Means one DMR. Spartan's weak. Their DMR to me. 2 dead guys. We have numbers.
I'm pushing grab out.
We have numbers.
Look at me. I think there's another guy right there.
Yeah, they spawn there. They spawn snipe. Our maze, bro.
Maze and Sneaky in maze.
One in our maze.
2 are silver. 2 in our base.
Jumping our window. One jumping our window. One our flag.
Did you shoot window? You shot our window?
Yeah, window's weak.
Absolute. I'll back flag. Absolute BR. I got one. No one BR. No one back. Window with rocks. Window with rockets coming.
Through 2 our flag after.
He's too shy.
You might be able to stop this depending on spawn. DJ, you might be able to stop this.
I'm gonna try.
He's BR now. Absolute. Probably 1 bullet.
Window. Kevin's on it. Fight snipe. That was not the original. Oh, the rockets ready.
They're pulling us.
He has a BR. I got
rockets are coming.
They're gonna get it. They're gonna rockets.
He's out of rockets, I think.
Stay alive.
Nice kill, man.
Double rockets. Yeah, but push up snipe.
Yo, man. You got 1 hit.
All right, Optic Gaming saying give that one up. Team Liquid responding with a flag capture of their own. And is this a little deja vu? Is Liquid going to do what Optic Gaming did to them in the previous game?
It is really starting to look like that, Tom. Glad you pointed that one out here, but it is still really back and forth. But the difference here is Optic Gaming is up by 10 kills this game while being outslayed in the previous one.
Good flag run from Spartan right there. They know a player's in the cave. If they can get that kill, it should be great, but no. Unfortunately for him, it's going to be a phenomenal nade from Frosty. Good trade coming in. I think Stellar actually lived throughout all that, so you're going to see B making his way around, trying to get this flag touch. You have a player underneath the base, has the battle rifle. Everyone going to be spawning up on over towards the elbow, so this is a great, powerful position for Team Liquid to be in.
Oh, and Tom, this is not looking good for Optic Gaming to stop this flag. They are down in numbers. Another player just gets taken out. Stellar makes it around the corner with the shield, and 2-2 once again.
We called it deja vu. It just happened, but Royal 2 does pick up a double kill. A couple slays going on over to Optic Gaming with the rockets here, so they did get that flag capture for Liquid, but at what cost? Now Optic Gaming with complete control.
And Royal 2 sitting over here towards the elbow side of Liquid space with these rockets, just completely locking down this side of the map. Couple kills go over here towards Optic Gaming, but Royal 2 wisely not overcommitting here, probably recognizing there could be a member hiding in the back of the base and does not want to turn these rockets over.
Royal 2 so patient with the weapons, always valuing his life so much because he knows that he is the most important player on the map right now with this set of weapons. So if he can continue to add pressure on over towards the elbow, Sub-Zero jumping out, making that an easy kill, but Sub-Zero was just trying to get that cleanup onto Snakebite. Still, no pressure on over towards Royal 2's side. It makes me think that Team Liquid, is just trying to rotate around towards the snipe side, and that's exactly what they did.
Oh, and Stellar hits the no-scope to make it a double, and Tom, that's the triple kill. Team Liquid not ready to give up here quite yet, and Stellar is taking over this game.
Could that be the clip of the tournament? I think so. Stellar trying to get Liquid back into this one, but he finds a sick triple kill. Guess where the last guy alive was? He's at your base. That's so unfortunate for Stellar. And now look at this flag pull. He misses 2 of the snipe shots after that amazing triple kill, lands that one onto Snakebite, but the flag's past the 50-yard line.
Yeah, but the real question is where are those rockets going to go that Royal 2 has them? I don't know if either team has recognized that those are still down. Now Stellar, who's just gotten 4 kills, picked himself up a triple kill, pushes out of the base, but gets answered back by Frosty with a triple of his own.
Frosty says, no, I want to have the montage here, slowing down Stellar and Team Liquid. Spartan find a kill right there onto Lethal, back and forth, just like the previous game. Coliseum CTF, definitely the most competitive game that we've seen so far in this series. Optic Gaming 1 capture away from becoming your champions. Liquid just trying to extend this series. They have to win this game 3 in a row and another best of 7 if it happens. They were on fire all day. They took down Splice 4-0. They took down Envy 4-0, but now they are facing their toughest opponents yet in Optic Gaming.
Yeah, and Optic Gaming definitely looking to take this series. They do not want to be looking at yet another replay. Now keep in mind, if we do go into another replay, it's first cap wins at that point. It will not be a full replay, something we have not seen since back in the relegation days in previous seasons.
And I don't think we've ever seen that on Coliseum. Very rarely, maybe on Fathom or something like that, but not here. However, 4 minutes and 10 seconds still left in this game if we do get pushed in on over towards the overtime period, which looks like currently that's what's going to happen. But Snakebite has something to say about it. You know, he's even brushing off his nose right there. Doesn't need both of his hands on his controller.
Yes, I just got a double kill. I'm chilling in cave here, waiting for my shields to come back, and now pushing back into the base, being very careful. He's getting the call outs from his teammates, picks up 1 kill for that killing spree, put shots onto another player, and now here's the collapse. They know they have the numbers advantage. They got eyes on other players. Frosty's got at least a double, but no Stellar. Great grenade does take that player out. Royal 2 locking down the cave like we've seen him do so many times in the past, and then Sub-Zero. He's working on a flank of his own. We may be looking at a flag standoff, but with all these members of Team Liquid alive, they are in great position here now.
It's pretty much up to Lethal right now who's going to drop. Sub-Zero going to pick up that kill. That flag return, it's sitting in the middle of the map, but if Team Liquid's able to put 2 on that recovery, they should be able to capture this one. Sub-Zero slow playing it, laying down some damage. The flag does get touched from Optic Gaming. They get it past the 50-yard line. Spartan finds the kill onto Frosty. This should be it. Liquid turning around the corner. They find 3 kills. Last member of Optic Gaming, where is he located? He's not going to be in position. Liquid, they are not going home today.
Wow, and Tom, I pointed out, I don't remember the last time we've seen Optic Gaming lose a replay, but we just saw it happen, being up 2-0 on Coliseum CTF against Team Liquid, but being unable to close that one out. Liquid answers back, wins the flag standoff at the end, and takes their very first win of this series.
What's interesting about that game is they got outslayed by 8 kills, 103 kills on over towards Optic Gaming. Meanwhile, on the other side, 95 for Team Liquid, but all that matters is that 3-2 scoreline. They did have more power weapon kills, 4-1 on the other side, 3 of those going on over towards Stellar, but man, what a game.
Just amazing series here between these two teams. So mentally and physically draining here. The amount of concentration that it takes to compete at this level. And taking a look at some of these stats here, Snakebite, no surprise, 32 kills. The only one in the game to break that 30 kill mark. But one thing to point out is the number of assists here from Optic Gaming. Just great teamwork here across the board.
Yeah, and looking at those power weapon kills, actually Prowler had that one wrong. It's going to be 11 power weapon kills on over to Team Liquid, and you're going to have 6 power weapon kills going on over towards Optic Gaming. So again, that's the big difference maker here. Controlling those power weapons. Again, they didn't have any power weapons in the first 3 games. You see how good they are with the rockets. You see how good they are with the sniper. Optic Gaming, they said when they lose, it's because the other team gets sniper rifle. Well, guess what? They won the first 3 games that didn't have a sniper rifle. This time right here, they were not able to take CTF Coliseum.
Right, and speaking of players on Team Liquid that had a great performance, Sub-Zero, 28 kills, 24 deaths, the most positive for anyone here over on the Liquid side. Eco, 16 and 25 that game, but putting down a lot of assists here for his team, sitting at 22, 5 more than the next one on his squad.
Liquid, they showed some very good resiliency right there. It's very important for these guys now to focus for this next game type and try to come out with another good start. Even though they had that 2-0 lead in CTF Coliseum and they weren't able to end that one, even though they didn't have that lead when they went down 1-0 in the replay, Rig Slayer is one of those game types that if you can get going, get Spartan there with the sniper rifle, start controlling that scatter shot and camo, start putting questions into Optic Gaming's head here, to make them wonder, is Team Liquid going to go and push us into this final game number 7? They've been so hot today, and now they finally take their second game after playing Optic Gaming 8 games total. So now they're sitting at what? It's 6-2 in this series based on yesterday and today.
Yeah, you're exactly correct there. And the other thing to think about is fatigue here for Team Liquid. Because they lost to Optic Gaming last night, they dropped into the elimination bracket, and that's why they've been having to make this run. They had to stay, they had to play Team Infuse last night, took that series 3-1, and then of course this morning, they came here early to start practicing and warming up. They played 4 games against Envy, 4 against Splice, and now all of these games against Optic Gaming going at 110%. It's how long can they continue this momentum?
Here's the key, is there's no room for error here for Team Liquid. I'm not saying that you have to play perfect, but you have to play damn near perfect here against Optic Gaming here in the Rig Slayer. They're coming in from the red side on Optic Gaming, so they should be able to get that camo shot down, or at least be able to get it or burn it on their side. Meanwhile, it should be Team Liquid going on over towards that sniper rifle. I'm curious to see who's going to be able to get that one in their hands, and are they going to be able to put the pressure onto Optic Gaming? Because like we've said before, Optic came into this tournament with the strategy of wasting that ammo, trying to get rid of that weapon on the map.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. And Optic Gaming, I don't think any of them even got up to move. They have one thing on their mind.
Not at all.
And that is winning DreamHack Denver and becoming the HCS Pro League Fall Champions of 2017. You're taking a look at your screen there. Frosty, Royal One, Snakebite, Lethal, all these amazing players. And of course, if you are at home watching, make sure you head over to halo.gg and redeem your Platinum Rec Pack. It's comeback time. Who in the audience here is rooting for a comeback in Team Liquid?
Okay. And who wants Optic Gaming to go home the Denver champions? Pretty even. I think that's about as even as it's gonna get. We're moving in to Rig Slayer here. Obviously in this best of 7, it is Optic Gaming up 3-1. Spartan getting out of his seat, trying to get hyped up here, getting the blood flowing. The fist pounds are starting to come in. Team Liquid has been phenomenal all day, but they have met the green wall here with some serious force. Let's kick this off with someone on the side of Team Liquid.
Yeah, it's all up to Team Liquid to make that Platinum Rec Pack comeback time really mean something here. And as we start this off with Eco immediately pushing over, he's going to be the one to grab the sniper for this squad.
Snakebite actually got an assassination onto Sub-Zero, which was the camo guy, and it threw him off the map. So camo is going to be burned right there, and it is going to be a 1-1 tie. But Eco with the sniper rifle looking for some blood on over towards the white corner, not able to find it. Gets hit with a grenade, sticking on over towards the bat ledge. They have to know that he's over there on Optic Gaming, but Eco predicting where these players are coming. He's getting pinched over towards the bottom nest. Any grenade is going to take him down right now, but no grenades coming in from Optic Gaming, and Eco can reset.
Whoa, but pops out, gets spotted by 2 members of Optic. Perfect team shot. He can't even survive by thrusting away here. That sniper, it was down momentarily, but Frosty, he was the one able to escape with that, and he's trying to connect, but now Liquid is the one being the aggressor and grab it right back.
We're gonna have to find who picked up the sniper rifle. It's gonna be Stellar, and ooh, if he snipes anything like he did in CTF Coliseum, watch out, Optic.
Yeah, keep in mind that if Stellar had not connected on that triple kill, I think that series would have been over here, but he has been so phenomenal, but still connecting on 2 body shots, but Optic Gaming still not afraid. They know as long as we get those 5 shots off onto Stellar, we'll be able to take him out. I think that's one of their top goals this game, is to keep those power weapons out of Stellar's hands.
No doubt about it. Members from Liquid in some very unorthodox parts right now of the map. You're going to see Spartan, he was down low. Eco, he's going to drop both of those guys way too far down low. As Lethal, he's over on top of the map like the king right now. 10-5 here for Optic Gaming. Not looking good for Liquid, because they were very close to being able to run away with this one with the weapons, but you did see the great collapse coming in from Snakebite on over towards the bottom nest side. Now Lethal adding the pressure, and this is what Optic Gaming does so well, Kyle, especially in Rig Slayer. They're the aggressors. They're constantly charging on over towards that barrel side.
Yeah, but keep in mind, they just pick up a kill and assist here for Optic Gaming as they push into the base, and they're set up back over here towards Camo's side of the map, on the inside here of the rig, with Camo spawning in 3 seconds, grabbing 3 additional kills, and they're going to be able to secure this one.
Should be able to, but someone's going for the burn. It's going to be Spartan, not able to find it. A killing spree here for Lethal and the camouflage. Look out if you're Liquid. Nice grenade right there coming in. Should give up the hit markers, but they're not going to be aware that Lethal did pick up that camouflage. Lethal not going for the assassination. He realizes that that player in front of him was looking at one of his teammates. Frosty finds a double kill. Snakebite finds another. Lethal finding the fourth. All 4 dead for Team Liquid.
Tom, look at the score of this game, 21-6, Optic Gaming, and what we just saw, Lethal showing some famous body disrespect here onto Team Liquid. They are not letting this series go another game.
And you can see a return to Battlefield there for Frosty. Gets up into that cheeky spot behind the bunker. Eco, he's going to fall off the map and get a suicide. Perfect shots coming in onto Stellar. This is looking like all Optic Gaming here.
And Tom, 0-7 here for Spartan, our MVP of the series so far. He has not been able to get anything going. And Optic Gaming, they are just running away with this one.
And you saw they didn't get up after that break. They stayed in their seat. Frosty ripping faces, takes down Sub-Zero right there. This is just absolute destruction from Optic Gaming.
This just looks like it's not even fair, Tom. What happened to the close Coliseum CTF that we just saw? Because 31-9, getting an average of more than 3 kills for every answered kill by Team Liquid.
And you don't have time to slow it down because Optic Gaming just doesn't allow you to. As soon as you feel like you're going to go and set up and be safe, that's when they start charging on over towards barrels. That's when Frosty starts flying out with the sniper rifle. They don't like to anchor. They don't like to sit back and play safe. They love flying at you and just getting in your face, picking up kills. Now you're going to see Frosty just sitting back because a couple of his teammates are going to die. Misses that sniper right there onto the overpass, but should be an easy grenade kill as he does miss that grenade. Great thrust out of there, most likely making his way down towards the bottom of the map. But now you're going to see a 35-14 lead for Team Liquid. What do you do to get back into this one, Kyle?
Oh, Tom, this has got to be heart-wrenching for Liquid fans. 36-15. The first thing they got to do is start grabbing some of these power weapons. They're getting some kills. As long as they maintain a numbers advantage, they could potentially make a run here. That scatter shot, Sub-Zero just put that on respawn so he can grab this sniper, and they have started to close the gap a little bit. As long as they bring it right now and don't let Optic break like the 41-42 kill mark before they start getting to at least past 25 kills, there may be a chance.
All right, a double kill from Spartan. It's not over for Liquid yet. Let's go into an Astro listen and see what they're talking about.
Really nice. Need a snipe ball, need a snipe ball.
Watching side ball.
Gonna be like big door probably.
Who's got rail 3?
Top rail, yeah.
Rail's dead. Bottom rail weak. Bottom rail weak.
Two. I'm trying to look at bottom rail. Lethal's one, bottom rail.
I'm here. Roll 2's weak. Roll 2's C-shot. Roll 2's C-shot. Never could leave. Nice.
Still weak, one shot in the rail, push him. I'm on overlook.
Absolute.
Push bunker.
I'm pushing weak. Bunker weak. Snakebite's weak.
Got him?
Nice.
Pretty big cat.
I have scatter.
They're open field, like.
Snipe spawn. Barrels kill me, bro. There's a guy bottom nest bridge. I don't see nobody. He's here.
Still 1 barrels. I'll snipe all.
Trying to look. One shot
Connector.
connector. Spawn bunker. No deaths, guys.
I need a connector.
Here, Brayden.
Watching your top side.
Need a balance again.
Basement naded.
I'm getting naded from big door. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice spawn.
They got barrels on me. They got white
Yeah,
corner.
coming to look.
White corner weak.
I hear that. Snipe ball on me.
I hear you.
He's outside. He's outside. Top pipes killed me.
Those one shot connectors, Snakebite.
10 seconds to sniper rifle.
Still there?
Bridge on B.
Yeah.
Wait, hold somewhere.
Snipe
There,
survive.
there's two there.
I'm dying from this. I'm dying from this.
Yeah, they're waiting on sniper. They're waiting for sniper.
Two.
Nice shots, Kevin.
Got sniper running.
Dead.
Underpass with sniper.
Nest bridge somewhere.
Looking.
T2 and E1. Could be all of you.
Alright, Camo's 39. It's late.
All right, there you heard it. Not much panic coming in from Team Liquid, but you could tell they are not as energetic as they should be. And when you're only 7 kills away from getting eliminated in the tournament, that's just how the cookie tends to crumble. Stellar with the sniper rifle. He's going to have to put the team on his back, but he's now the last guy alive.
Yeah, and he's getting collapsed on. There's a player right next to him. He needs to connect on this shot. It's not going to happen. 47 kills, 3 kills away from becoming your HCS DreamHack Denver Fall champions. And we'll see if Liquid has any fight left here in the tank. But Tom, I can't imagine so. And here's Lethal. He likes shooting that sniper ammo.
That's the strategy.
Exactly. He's letting them know. And there you have it. We have our fall champions. That's going to be Optic Gaming taking the series very convincingly, 4-1 over the surprise team Liquid, who had a phenomenal tournament themselves.
What a series from Optic Gaming. They did not falter at all, especially after that loss in CTF Coliseum. They deserve to be your 2017 Fall HCS champions here in the Pro League. Just what a performance from all of the members across the board. In the end, it was lethal, 18, 6, and 7, going big and getting that Top Gun medal.
Wow, great performance from Lethal here. And he was the one, like you pointed out, wasting all of that snipe ammo all tournament long. Clearly, Optic Gaming coming into Denver with a plan and executing perfectly. Phenomenal series, phenomenal gameplay this entire tournament. And wow, you got to give it up for both of these.
Yeah, guys, proud. Let's hear it for both of these teams. Team Liquid and Optic Gaming, they deserve your support. They worked so hard to get here.
Yeah, just amazing. I mean, these teams, both so talented, so much adversity to overcome, and they've been, you know, team changes here. Liquid starting off the season rough, losing 0-3 in the first week of Pro League, but still being able to come back.
All right, we're going to go to an interview. You can see the man on the stage right now. It's Dan Gaskin. Dan, take it away.
Thank you very much. Lethal, we have to stop meeting like this on a stage, winner's interview. However, usually it's with the World Championships. This time, Pro League Finals. How important is this win to you guys?
It's whatever. I mean, it's more important than losing a third tournament in a row, I can say that. But no, I'm proud of how we played. I'm not proud of us losing that Coliseum flag. Elamite kind of jinxed us. We talked before the series. He said, I don't think you guys have ever lost a replay. So now we have, but I don't know. I'm just glad to not get a three-peat second place.
It looked like you were slightly angry that you had lost that Coliseum flag, especially you, Frosty. Talk to me a little bit about this body disrespect. Liquid are your friends. Why were you disrespecting the body so much?
It's just so I can trash talk them when I get back home, so, you know.
Sometimes you just have to let them know who is boss. All right, well, before I let you lift this trophy in front of all of these fabulous people, who gets the trophy? Because I know this is a big thing every single time. This is a pretty nice one.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure every tournament that we've lost, this is like the type of trophy it is. So we've never won this type of trophy, but that doesn't matter. Hex is going to take it anyway, so.
All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for your full season champions. It's Optic Gaming!
There you have it, Optic Gaming throwing up the #1 sign. Great way to end this year for them. The DreamHack Denver 2017 HCS Fall Pro League champions. Lethal made it seem like it was fairly easy there.
Yeah, I mean, this whole squad, just such incredible job. And we'll throw it over to the analysts to go ahead and break that one down. Golden Boy, take it away.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Congratulations to Optic Gaming. They are, once again, the kings of the mountain in Halo Esports. Well-deserved and a solid performance there. Kudos to Liquid, though. I was tweeting quite a bit, and I asked the question, surely Liquid isn't satisfied, with second place here, right? And, there were a lot of people saying, no, not at all, but they did put up a fight. We saw that game in Coliseum. We saw them, really just rally themselves. My fear was that was all that they had. That game took a lot out of them, which I understand.
Oh, without a doubt. But it's good to see that they did not stop trying at all. That Coliseum game shows that they still wanted it, that they weren't content with getting second because they battled back multiple times. They went up 2-0 in that first match on CTF Coli, and then Optic came back, went to overtime, and then it was vice versa the next time. Optic went up 2-0, then Liquid came back to tie it up, and then they were able to close it out for the win to move on. But I think we're going to see a lot more from Liquid. This just goes to show that the competition, I think, is as close as it's ever been in Halo 5. You've got Liquid, you've got Splice, you've got Optic, and Envy right now, I think they're going to be figuring out what they need to do to get better.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just Optic playing that much better or if we just had, Liquid use all their gas in the earlier rounds because clearly they looked so much stronger than Splice or Envy earlier today, but at some point, that momentum, that hype, it kind of runs out, and they definitely ran into the green wall today. Really rough for Liquid because I know they still have to get over that hump. I mean, that question's been answered by Splice and by Envy, both of them having taken some of those tournament victories over Optic here. Liquid still has a couple questions to answer in my eyes.
Yeah, but it's for Optic though. It is good for them to get this win, especially going into the Halo World Championship. Losing, what he said, 3 tournaments in a row, not what you want to see happen. So for Optic,
2 tournaments.
2 tournaments in a row. But if they would have lost this, it would have been 3. Come on, man.
I got your back. I got your back.
I do appreciate that.
Positivity.
I do appreciate that. That being said, it's Optic Gaming showing it again. They put in the work. They went into the hyperbolic time chamber. They did what they needed to do. They trained hard, and here they are. And, don't let Lethal and his calm demeanor fool you, folks. This was very hard fought. They practiced very hard for this victory, and it was well-deserved side.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it was actually interesting in the interview, if you were watching earlier in the show, I had a chance to talk with him, and he pretty much predicted this. This is what he wanted to happen. He wanted to play Splice in the winter bracket finals and get some sweet revenge, and then he wanted to match up against Liquid to beat them as well, because he felt that Liquid deserves this. They've put in a lot of time, they've put in a lot of practice, and he wanted to be able to play them in the finals. And when we talk about Liquid, you said, have they got over that hump? They're not able to just yet. We've seen them make it to the grand finals. This is the 2nd time, and neither time have they come really that close. It's been pretty much Optic Gaming in complete control.
Yeah, well, let's take a brief look, though, at the championship bracket so that we could see the road to the finals, how this all panned out. Optic Gaming will be your winners, winning 4-1 in the finals. No reset necessary. That came from victories against Splice as well as Liquid, as you saw in round 3, so a very similar result there. You also had Optic Gaming defeat Ronin and so on and so forth, just looking so dominant in this competition. They're going to take home $70,000. Liquid in 2nd, Splice in 3rd, Envy in 4th, Luminosity and Infuse now making history for the EU, coming in 5th and 6th, and Evil Geniuses and Straight Rippin' ending in 7th and 8th. And then you can see the rest of the squads earning some cash, getting the placement, but still for a lot of those teams, not good enough, because right now, as I said before, Kings of the Mountain, Optic Gaming, Halo World Championship right around the corner, and what a time to win a tournament, right? To just look dominant.
Well, I mean, honestly, for me too, I thought if this roster did not place very well here, maybe let's say they placed 3rd, who knows? Would a team roster switch have happened? Could we have seen something? That, I mean, obviously, that's all theory crafting, but when you start losing tournament after tournament after tournament, that's when you start to question things, and that's where you start to get in your own head or think, like, maybe it's a teammate. Maybe there's someone not, like, performing or something. Who knows? And Optic Gaming, this is good for them. They're going to stick together definitely after this win and look for the Halo World Championship 2018 3-peat.
Yeah, well, folks, we're going to go to an Xfinity post-match interview with Gaskin and Optic Gaming. Let's go ahead and send it down to the floor.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy. They're in mid-discussion about how you said another tournament, another tournament, another tournament. It's just 2 they lost. They have got back into it, and they are champions once again. Guys, do your best to, of course, pass the microphone down. I'll go one by one. We'll make it as easy as possible. But we're nice and chilled now. We're relaxed. We've got our director's chairs, like we're going to start shooting some movies or something. Sorry, what was that? Someone shout something very rude. Never say that ever again. That was dirty. Lethal, were you expecting to play Liquid in the final? I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
I don't know if I expected it. I wanted it, but I also didn't not expect it. No one respects them. We were just talking about this, actually. People just talk about, it was the big 3 and they were in it, and then Splice came along and everyone's like, all right, Liquid, you're kind of irrelevant. But I don't know. I'm glad we played them. We're good friends with them. I didn't expect Envy to kind of shut down in the 2 series they lost like that, but I don't know.
I'm not sure that you guys respected them much either in that game. There was a lot of body disrespect that came out.
I mean, I like them, but they're my friends, but I don't know if you always have to respect your friends.
You have to show them who's boss in-game. All right, Snakebite. We saw in a lot of series, Optic kind of fall behind, maybe a few kills, maybe lost a few strongholds, but it seemed like you adapted on the fly very well. How do you practice for that? Is it just situational based? You just know what's going to happen? Or is it something you've talked about previously?
I think it's just something that we're prepared for. We play every day, basically. Every single situation we're put in, it's just kind of routine for us. That's why we emphasize practice so much. So being down a couple kills, being down a few points in Strongholds, it's not really that big of a deal to us.
Now, all 4 of you are fantastic players, and actually I can say all 5 of you because Royal One does his job as well. Is there any sort of competition between the 4 of you? Okay, we'll pass it to Frosty, that's fine. I wanted to ask it to Snakebite, but it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, it's going around. Everyone wants a question. All right, Royal 2. Is there any competition between the 4 of you, or 5 of you, about who gets the most kills, who gets the most assists? Like, do you want to be the big one to start, or are you all in it to win it?
I think there's some competition. I know when we scrim online, we always go for perfects. So whoever has the most perfects gets hyped up. So to the scrim, we always like to check our perfects. But other than stats, I mean, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. But
at the end of the day, it's all about getting that trophy. All right, Frosty, a question from one of the audience members. Shout out to Mini Mighty Mouse. She wanted to ask, how has the development of your in-game chitter-chatter developed since when you first teamed and to where you are now? What's the communication like, and how has it developed for you guys?
I mean, it's probably a comfortability thing, because when I first joined the team, I was just like the quiet guy, just getting my kills as usual, but as we started teaming longer and longer, I started like actually using my voice and calling out, so.
It's incredible to watch you guys in fashion, and I was kind of hoping for a 4-0 because it would have been nice to see you guys absolutely dominate a grand final, but in the end we got to see some teabags because of it anyway. If you pass the mic over to Royal 1 and see how you guys are feeling down at the end. Now, what's it like being a coach for the best team in the world? How do you prepare for a tournament coming into this?
Preparation for me is basically just like being in the scrims with the team, being with the team as much as I can, because a big thing about coaching is like, of course you see like the timing and all that basic stuff, but like having chemistry with your team and knowing how to like complement your team in a perfect way, I think that's what separates a good coach from a bad coach, because you can do the basics, but unless you know how to bring out like the best in your players and how to like complement your players properly, like that's where you see the value in a coach. So I guess like being in the scrims with them and being in calls with them all the time and talking to them all the time, it's just, you get that comfort, and yeah, it goes from there.
So what I've learned is basically comfort between you guys is what has been the success story for Optic Gaming. We'll pass it back down to Frosty, then we'll get this one closer back to Lethal. No? You don't fancy it? Okay, we'll give it back to Lethal then, he'll have it. What's next for Optic Gaming then? Of course, World Championships has been announced, 2018 Worlds. Do you guys have your eyes heavily set on winning that one as well?
I mean, 3-time world champion sounds better than 2, so yeah. I'm pretty sure I got asked this exact same question after like the first Worlds, and my answer was back-to-back world champion, so now back-to-back-to-back world champions.
So we're going to see like a 45-year-old Lethal one day, like, yeah, we've won 9 now.
Oh,
this is going to happen. Okay. Was there any teams that surprised you this tournament? Now, I'm not encouraging you to talk about the European teams. You can say anyone you want, of course, but there has been a lot of storylines that have come out of this one.
I was surprised by LG because, I mean, those guys are good, but up until like this event, you know, Saiyan and Trippy, they played okay at the events, and online they played a lot better, in my opinion. But at this tournament, they played really well, and I thought they had that series against Envy Saturday night like 4 different times. I was actually very heartbroken for my friend APG that they lost that.
It was crushing, actually. It was very difficult to watch, but of course, Envy were happy about it. All right, any final message to any of the fans here today, any fans at home of Optic Gaming?
For me, I just want to say thank you to all the people who support, you know, my team and my stream that came out. I had a lot of people who subbed to my Twitch channel, which I haven't been using lately. They came out, and to anybody who cheered when I teabagged Spartan in that last game, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, there we have it. Come on, let's make a big cheer for your full season champions, Optic Gaming. Make some noise! Right, thank you very much for joining me, gentlemen. Let's toss this one back to the analyst desk. Golden Boy, take it away.
Thank you so much, Gaskin, for that, and congratulations once again to Optic Gaming. I'm sure many members of the Green Wall are very happy with that victory. But I mean, you know, that's it. It's been a pretty long. It felt like a long weekend of Halo here in Denver. Always a pleasure to come to Denver. I flew back and forth here like 7 times over the last like couple weeks, so I'm very familiar with how dry this place is. But it's been a fun time. And what about for you, Mike?
Honestly, it's been amazing. I mean, the incredible moments never ended from Europe, from the Open teams, from the FFA, from Splice, from Liquid, from Optic Gaming, from Team Envious. So many shocking surprises happened at this event. So many teams rose up and accepted the challenge, and it was just an incredible event. Honestly, one for the books, one of my favorite events to watch, nonstop, constantly just sitting in the crowd going nuts. And you know, a big shout out to the entire crowd here and everyone that came out and everyone at home. But the crowd here, they were getting hyped. And I love seeing that crowd get hyped.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of folks here who were hanging out and enjoying themselves some top quality Halo. So that's always a pleasure. Dave, what about you?
Piggybacking on what Strong said, so many incredible series. So many series that if we had predicted a couple months ago, I would have been like, oh yeah, Envy's just going to crush a squad like LG, and it gave us one of the best series possible last Saturday night. Or same when it comes to Infused and the European squads stepping it up and showing up here. I mean, we talk about Infused so much, but we also need to mention Supremacy, taking straight ripping all the way to Game 5. Losing by 2 slays or something like that in game number 5. And so many great series all weekend long. Even this last one, we had some great moments throughout it, but it's also a testament to Optic kind of stepping up and taking the reins once again, just showing and asserting their dominance.
That's right. And for me personally, I actually haven't been in Halo for a little while, so it was a joy to come back and do some Halo again. Work with my friends, the people who I truly love, and everyone. The entire crew. It's always just a pleasure to be able to share these experiences with you all. I love the community. I love this game, and I thank you all so much for welcoming me back in. And even though you guys roasted me all weekend, I know it was with love.
All right, fist bumps all around.
Fist bumps all around. Fist bumps all around.
You're absolutely my friend.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what, guys? That's going to do it for us here. It has been incredible. DreamHack has been an amazing event. Thank you so much to them for hosting us here. But that's not going to do it for us quite yet, because the road to the Halo World Championship begins. That's right, we're going on tour, baby. HWC 2018. It's going to be awesome. We're going around the world, and I cannot wait. It's time to crown another world champion, and we'll see you at Worlds.